Well, it's just a constant reminder of what we're here for is really about. You know, I come in all the time in the mornings when he was the head coach, and he's doing his quiet time at his desk and writing his 3 things he's thankful for, and he still does that to this day. Coach Jordan sees him in the morning doing that, and that's something that's always struck me, because he always see him doing it. It's his first thing he does, because that's how he wants to start his day, and that's always hit home for me, just that consistency he's working for, just with that one simple thing. And he doesn't know how just by me seeing him do that has impacted me and pushed me and challenged me to do the same thing. And that's a reminder for me at the beginning of the day, it's not about basketball, it's about raising these kids up and trying to lead them the right way.
He lead, guides, and directs you, but not by necessarily his words, but definitely by his actions. He's a guy that's about other people. He's a guy that is going to do anything for you that he can possibly do to make it better. He's going to do the same thing for the teams. He's going to make it better for each team and person here that possibly could be. There's no me in what you're trying to do now. Even with our team, how we go about things. It used to be years ago where the end point was the W, and it's going on my record. Well, it ain't about that anymore. It's totally changed me, the way I look at the way, not necessarily faith should be, but how your next steps should be. And they can't be about you, because if it's about you, then it's not the right way to go. As we look at the messages you've had in the last couple of weeks, Ryan lives that next step daily, looking for somebody that he can help in all kinds of ways. And the influence that he has on the young coaches, and I tell it in the meetings that we have, our small group meetings that we have, you never know where God's going to put you. You never know who God's going to put in your life and how they can touch a young person just like they can touch a 61-year-old person.
He always just kind of comes back home. He settles back down. Let's pause, let's take a second, refocus, and think about what's the most important thing. What's the best thing we can do in this moment in a game? What's the best thing we can do in this moment as an athletic department? And he does that weekly. There's constantly things that come up, and he's so good about figuring out what's the best thing to do, and okay, this is what we need to do. Let's figure out how to get it done that way. And he's, as a coach, it still blows me away to think about those situations and figuring out how to handle it. I mean, I've learned so much about how to handle situations from him. I wouldn't be near the person or coach I am today if I didn't learn in those moments how to handle it, because there's constantly things that come up, and just his approach to that is just, I mean, it guides me every day.
I'd still be going about my business and worried about my wins, worried about my losses, not trying to take time to do things a little bit more with my family, looking towards retirement where I can do for my wife, like, you know, all the times that I've missed with her and our family, because I was so selfish in what I was doing, and probably would continue walking this, you know, the pretend self of selfishness, you know, that you were doing the right thing by going to church and doing the right thing. But when I see Ryan and the selflessness that he has every day, hopefully, you know, that'll rub off in some kind of way.
I wouldn't be here. I really believe that. Met my wife here, got my about to be 1-year-old son next month, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And he's believed in me more than I ever realized myself, and he gave me a confidence to do what I'm doing now. And without a doubt, he fought for me when he didn't have to. He believed in me when it would have been easy not to. And I just wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him.
When you watch that, how did it make you feel?
It just made you feel like you're doing something right, like something's put into you that, I don't deserve those guys or those coaches or all the things, and it just makes you feel like God can use you even if you're a mess.
Yeah, I was even wondering, are there times you feel like, man, I'm probably not even making a difference. I'm just trying to do what God's called me to do and do it to the best. Has that gone through your mind a lot through the years?
Yeah, maybe every day. Yeah, there's those points in your life and your every day that the enemy gets in your head and wants to tell you that it's not working. Absolutely.
Wonder what would be different about you if you had chosen to live another way. Let's say you had chosen to sit in church on Sunday and just say, you know what, that's for Sundays. Monday to Saturday, I'm a coach, I'm an athletic director, I do my own thing. What do you think it would be different about your life?
I don't think I don't think my family would be where it needs to be. I don't think I'd be affecting other people. I'd be traveling down the wrong road. Thank goodness I'm here.
When you think about the phrase live sent, what does that do for Ryan Dyer?
I think it gives you purpose. It makes you think about there's a reason we're here. There's a reason we're doing what we do every day. You say it all the time. God doesn't say oops, no mistakes.
You heard Coach Jordan and Coach Conrad saying, I can't imagine my life without Ryan Dyer in it. I don't know if I would be where I am today. For those days you get discouraged and those days you don't feel like you can, I don't want you to ever forget what they said.
Yes, sir.
You look in the mirror sometimes and you go, do I matter? You matter to a lot of people. What would you tell somebody who goes, God could never use me? I'm not a person. I'm just a real estate agent. I'm just a business guy. I'm just a lady who goes to work every day. What would be your encouragement to them?
I think that, my first name's Matthew, and, you look back at Matthew as a tax collector and all that. God's going to use you. He's going to make your message. I mess up every day, and I'm redeemed. I know that there's something different about not who I am right now, but who I want to be. And I'm a constant work in progress because of what I believe in, because of this church.